MPhil. He has 35 years of teaching experience and has been a resource person for various programs. He is definitely an eminent resource person for the topic. We are waiting for your thoughts, sir. We welcome you, sir, to this seminar. I welcome all the participants who have joined from various parts of the country to attend this workshop. I welcome all of you once again. Over to you, Selvam, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning to every one of you. I'm very happy to be part of this national workshop being organized by Bishop Moore College. And I thank the organizers and AKC for this wonderful opportunity to interact with you on curricular aspects of revised accreditation framework by the NAAC. Shall I go to the presentation, sir? Let me share.
Yes, sir. Yes.
If there is any problem, just talk to me. I'll just adjust. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Well, as you all know, NAAC is the accrediting agency for the higher education institution in India. And from time to time, it is revising the guidelines for the accreditation process. And the latest accreditation came in July 2017, which is referred as the revised accreditation framework that is called as RAF. As you all know, from the original revised accreditation framework, which was introduced in July 2017, there is a lot of dilution in various metrics. And right now, I would say that we have got much diluted version of the original version of RAF, which was introduced in July 2017. But not much has changed with reference to the first criteria, namely the curricular aspects. More or less, it remains the same. As you all know, curriculum is the most important aspect that is being done in a college. And the first criterion is rightly about the curricular aspects. And here, the objective of this criterion is to find out whether the institution is adhering to the what are the various programs that is being offered by the institutions, and what are the various other courses that are being also introduced by the institutions, whether they meet the demands of the local needs or national needs and global trends. And also, this criterion is also trying to find out whether there is any flexibility in the program that we are offering, whether the students have any choices also to undergo the various programs that they are actually following the college, and also whether there is also a holistic development of the student while they are pursuing their education in the college. Not only just mere learning of the subject they are joining, and also whether there is any holistic development of the student. And finally, it's all about the feedback from the stakeholders, what they think about the curriculum that now they are actually studying in the college. And these are the various key indicators which are introduced in the criterion 1, that is the curricular aspects. And this curricular aspects is for a total of 100 weightages for affiliated colleges. And let me remind you, the participant, that this particular presentation on curricular aspects is restricted only to the affiliated or constituent colleges. And if there is anyone who is from autonomous colleges and wants to know something about it, you can ask any specific query at the end of the session. But this presentation is confined only to the affiliated or constituent colleges, for which the maximum weightage is 100. And as an affiliated college, we have nothing to do with the curriculum design and development, so it's not applicable to us. And there are 20 weightages for curriculum planning and implementation, and 30 weightages for academic flexibility, and another 30 weightages for curriculum enrichment, and finally 20 weightages for the feedback system on curricular aspects. So we are being evaluated for a total of 100 weightages for the first criterion, namely the curricular aspects. And these are the 4 indicators, namely the curriculum planning and implementation, academic flexibility, curriculum enrichment, and feedback system. Now, in the curriculum planning and implementation, as you all know, as an affiliated college, we are not designing the curriculum that we are following. It is being designed by the affiliating university, and we are just implementing the curriculum which is designed by the university. But in doing so, what are the specific objectives that the college has got? After all, every college in the affiliating university is having the same curriculum, but the way we deliver the curriculum to the student makes a difference. So what is the way the curriculum is being implemented or delivered to the students, and what are the various specific objectives that are being taken by the colleges in delivering the curriculum to the student is what is being looked into this particular metrics called curricular planning and implementation. So the first metric 1.1 is whether the institution ensures effective curriculum delivery through a well-planned and documented process, which is carrying a weightage of 10. And your response has to be, it's a qualitative metrics. Please remember that whenever there is a qualitative metrics, there will be always a restriction of your response. That is to say, your primary response for this particular metric should not exceed more than 500 words. But whatever you want to say beyond these 500 words can be given as additional information for which there is no limit for the number of words or number of the sentences. So primarily, this particular metric is trying to find out what the college does. You are now given the syllabus from the university, you are getting syllabus from the university, you are offering various programs, how this curriculum is effectively delivered to the students and how they are being benefited by the way you teach the curriculum. That's what you have to say in this particular metric. So what is to be done is, you let it say how once you are getting the syllabus from the university, now what is being done is, now there is the there is the department, and the department gets the curriculum from the university. Now the department has to sit together, the faculty have to sit together and then find out what are the various courses for a particular semester. And then the HOD is assigning the papers or courses to the individual teachers. And then the individual teachers is actually now have to prepare a plan, what they will do for every day. For the entire semester, they will actually have a working plan. So they have to maintain a working diary. And then there is also, you'll have to see that in between this 90 working days for a particular semester, wherein you will be covering a particular course for a particular group of students. You'll have to also find out what are the various methodologies that you may follow in effectively delivering the curriculum. For example, the traditional way of teaching is the talk and talk method, but now there are a lot of changes. There is a lot of innovation by way of introduction of ICT technologies. By now, most of us, we are using this PowerPoint presentation. Beyond the PowerPoint presentation, what are the other methodologies that a teacher is following? How effectively you ensure that the curriculum is delivered in the right perspective to the students so that they are really benefited by the curriculum. That is what is objective of this particular metric. So you'll have to say, what are the other methodologies that you are following apart from this typical talk and talk method, and the resource that you have got. For example, whether you have got a smart classroom, whether you got a library, whether you got access to the online e-books and other things, whether you got a very well-equipped library, department library, whether it is available. So what are the various resources that the college or the department in particular has got for effective delivery of the curriculum is what you have to talk about in this particular metrics. And it has to be not more than 500 words. So the first metric is about the methodologies that you will follow and ensure that you are effectively delivering the curriculum to your own students. It's only about the syllabus. It is nothing, no, not more than anything else. It will talk only about how you are effectively teaching and covering the particular course for a particular semester. And you'll have to plan for the whole year and see that it is being done in an effective way. So that is about the metric 1.1.1. The second one is the institution adheres to the academic calendar, including for the conduct of the CAE. That is to say, at the beginning of the academic year, you get the academic calendar from your university. Based on the academic calendar from the university, now you have to prepare the academic calendar for your own college for the whole year. It has to be divided into 2 semesters, add semester and even semester. So you'll have to give the details about when the college actually begins for a particular semester, and what are the number of working days for a particular first month, second month, third month, so on. What are the holidays, when you will have got the first internal test, and when you will have got the second internal test, when you'll actually wind up the semester, when the university exam begins. Also, all the details for the entire academic year have to be prepared by the IQAC. It is actually a role to be played by the IQAC. There has to be a committee, and this committee has to sit together, and based on the calendar of your own university, you'll have to prepare the academic calendar for the whole year. Then this calendar can be even printed in your college handbook to be given to the student, so that the stakeholders, the primary stakeholders, namely your own students, are aware of what they will be doing for the whole academic year. That will be a better way of communicating to the stakeholders. So you will also give the same to your own faculty members who will be actually involved in delivering the curriculum for the whole year. And this is to be done by the IQAC. So it's a role to be played by the IQAC to prepare an academic calendar, giving all the details about when a particular semester begins, what are the various, what is the number of working days, holidays for the for every month, and then for the every semester and for the whole year. And then you will also give details about when the internal test will begin and completed, when the marks will be communicated. All the details can be given in the academic calendar, which can be part of your handbook to be given to the student, so that the primary stakeholders are aware of the entire schedule for the whole year. Then the next metric 1.1.3 is about the role to be played by your own faculty members in the various academic bodies of the university, such as are you a member of the academic council or board of studies of affiliating university? Are you involved in setting of the question papers for the UG or PG programs? And whether you're involved in designing the curriculum of add-on programs or certificate programs to be offered by the university or by your own college. And finally, whether you are involved in the assessment evaluation by participating in the investigation work or in the evaluation of the answer papers. So these are the four questions that are being asked in this particular metric. And as a college, you can go for any one of these 5 options, all above the above, or any 3, any 2, 1, and none of the above. But I think if you are having anyone who is in the academic council board of studies of affiliating university, you can go for almost for all of the above. And here the NAAC is actually giving certain instructions regarding this thing. And this data has to be given for 5 years because it's a quantitative metrics, and you'll have to give data for the last 5 years, whether your teachers are involved in these various roles in the university. And here you can start with the first one. You can start with whether your faculty is involved in academic committees or board of studies of affiliating university. Then you can come to the setting of question paper, then to the designing of the curriculum for add-on programs, and finally about assessment evaluation process, because almost all of us will be involved in the assessment evaluation process. So priority is whether your faculty is involved in academic council. This is the order of priority of information has to be given for the 5 years by the colleges for this particular metric. And here you'll have to also remember certain things. That is to say, if you are, for example, if you are a member of board of studies of your affiliating university, you would have received a communication from the controller of examinations, and a copy of that has to be given as evidence when you are claiming that your faculty is involved in acting as a member of board of studies. But there are certain issues here in this particular metrics. For example, you may be a board of member of studies of other universities. It is not to be considered because they have clearly said participation of the faculty in other than the affiliating university is not to be considered. So all your role within your affiliating university is only to be given in the database. And if you are a member of board of studies of other universities, it is not to be considered. Unfortunately, even if you are a member of board of studies of autonomous colleges within Kerala or within your own university, it is not to be again considered because they are not given any details. But I think that if your faculty is involved as a board of studies member of an autonomous college, that details can also be given. Let them consider or reject it. But as of now, NAAC is considering only your role within the affiliating university. And here again, you have a problem. The problem is, as for the UG department, for the UG question setting, usually you will not be involved, or maybe you are involved. But for PG programs, usually all the universities are getting question papers only from the other universities. When that is the case, how your faculty can be involved in setting question papers for your own universities? This is an issue which NAAC has failed to understand. But they say that only your participation within the affiliating universities to be considered. So there are certain issues which have to be sorted out. And colleges can actually make a representation to the NAAC that these are the issues which they have to resolve in the future, so that many teachers' role in as academic council member or board of studies member in autonomous colleges also can be considered in future. Then academic flexibility, whether there is academic flexibility for the students regarding the time frame of the courses or horizontal mobility, or there is any interest options which are available to the students. And also, apart from that, whether the students can have the scope for learning something more beyond that regular curriculum by way of add-on programs. And that is what is being looked into, this academic flexibility. So, oh yeah. Yeah, academic flexibility. Sorry, kindly bear with me for some time. Something went wrong. What had happened? Please bear for a minute. Wait first. Hello, wait, sir, wait. I am just opening the PowerPoint presentation. Please bear with me for a minute.
Tell us.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Able to see now? Hello? Hello?
No,
Sir?
sir. No, sir. It's not.
Wait.
Okay, sir.
Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry for the inconvenience. Something went wrong on the PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
Okay, then so this is about the metric 1.2.1, which is about the percentage of programs in which either you have got this choice-based credit system or elective courses in the various programs that you are offering to your own students, and this has got a maximum of 10 weightages. Now, by default, almost all your programs will be eligible for either having a choice-based credit system or elective courses. Typically, there is some courses where the student has the choice-based credit system for the UG program, and for all the PG programs, you got elective courses for each semester. So, all your programs that you are offering will be eligible for this particular metric, and almost all the colleges will get maximum weightages for this particular metric, namely whether your curriculum is having the choice-based credit system or elective course system. It's creating problem. Yeah. What is this? Something is going wrong. Please bear a minute. Something wrong. From the beginning, it's Are you able to see it now, sir? Hello? Hello?
Sir, it's not visible, sir.
No, sir. It's not visible.
Having issue. Actually, I am not able to come to your.
Sir, you want us to share the screen for you?
Yeah.
So then, can you just send your PPT to us? Then we'll share it for you.
How to send it now?
Yeah, you can send it to any mail. You can send it to. I'll send you my mail ID. You can just send it to me.
Sorry for that.
No problem. No problem, sir.
Actually, I am not able to see you. The screen is not opening for.
Right, everything. Sir, I've sent you my mail ID. You can just mail it to me. Your PPT. I'll share it to you.
Actually, I am using desktop, sir. Laptop I am using. That's the problem.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, very sorry. But you got time schedule also. It's running out.
It's okay, sir.
Actually, I am not able to come to your Zoom thing itself. I don't know what went wrong. Wait, sir. I'll do one thing.
Selvam, sir, you could try leaving and rejoining, sir.
Wait, madam. I'll do one thing. Oh, are you able to? Actually, I am now using my mobile, sir. Mobile. Hello.
No, sir.
Your overall rating of the session.
Actually, I'm trying to join through my mobile, sir. Zoom.
Okay, sir.
Whichever college mobile kara. Hello, are you able to see now?
Yes, we can see your, but I can see your name, but your
Okay, let me. Only
Yeah.
host can share this meeting. That's what they say.
Okay. Let me see. So we'll make you host now, sir.
So how to? Please, the host can share in this meeting. That's what the message I am getting.
Yes, yes, sir. We'll make you host.
The issue with this online issue. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Not able to share, sir.
Okay, now you'll be able to, sir. Wait, I'll just make you co-host.
Then I'm getting the same message that only the host can share me.
Yes, sir. We have made you co-host, sir. Now you can share.
Hello.
Sir, I've made you host. Now you can try presenting again, sir. I've made you co-host.
Are you able to see now?
No, sir. Presentation is not visible.
Actually, I'm now in my mobile, sir. Hello.
Okay, I think I've made both your this thing co-host now. So I think you can present from any. So, sir, actually, your mobile phone and your laptop both are seen, but only your presentation is not seen.
Are you able to see now, sir? Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
Are you able to see the presentation now?
No, sir. No. Sir, can you try leaving once and then come, rejoining and try
Yes, sir.
sharing?
Yes, sir. Please, that will be better.
Okay.
Hello. Are you able to see now?
No, sir, not your presentation. Yes, sir. Yes. You can see your
Well,
phone.
able to see.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Are you able to see my presentation now?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, then that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm very
No
sorry
problem.
for the inconvenience. I'm a layman, not well versed with this latest technologies and all. Okay. Well, so this is about the academic flexibility that I was talking about. And here it is about the percentage of programs in which there is this choice-based credit system is available for your students. And I told you that by default, all your programs will be eligible for these 10 weightages because either there is this CBSE system or elective courses available for the various programs. So it is not an issue. Almost all colleges will get the maximum weightages for this. And this is the data that you will review, program code, the program name, and the year of introduction, and other details, whether it is having the choice-based system or whether it is having elective system, and you'll have to provide the link. For this particular purpose, you'll have to get a letter of communication for the various programs that you are offering from the registrar of the university. That you are enclosing that, that will be accepted as evidence for this particular thing, particular metric. So it is not an issue for colleges. You will definitely get more weightages. And the next one is the number of add-on programs, certificate programs offered during the last 5 years. And next metric is how many students are undergoing these various add-on programs. See, one important thing that you have to think in this particular is whether your college is offering as many programs as possible under these add-on programs or certificate programs. And many of you may be thinking that there is no actually add-on programs which are offered by the university. Then how we can offer these various certificate programs or add-on programs to our own students? It is not an issue. What you have to do is there are certain basic guidelines which you have to follow for starting add-on programs. Please understand that there is no need for you to have any approval from the university or any government agencies. As a department, you can think of starting your own add-on programs. In fact, you can think of offering more than one programs under this add-on programs, certificate programs. All you need is certain basic guidelines to be followed. The first and foremost thing that should be considered is any add-on program should be having a minimum duration of 30 conduct classes. This is the important instruction. Whenever you're designing an add-on programs, please understand that it should be having a minimum of 30 conduct classes between you and your students. If the program is not having this minimum 30 hours, it will not be considered as an add-on program. So this is the primary requirement. The primary requirement is when you are designing an add-on program, please understand that there has to be a minimum of 30 conduct hours between you and your students. Then the syllabus may be designed by yourself. You do not go for approval by any agencies. You can design your own curriculum for a minimum of 30 hours. And you have to have a qualified staff to teach these add-on programs. For example, if you are offering something like a tally and add-on programs, it has to be taught by one who has actually undergone this process. And it cannot be taught by a zoologist like me. So you'll have to have a qualified staff to teach the program. And for some other programs, like for example, if you are offering yoga as an add-on certificate programs, you can even think of outsiders like a yoga master as an instructor for these various add-on programs. So either yourself or you can collaborate with other agencies for offering these various add-on programs. And then once you are designing an add-on program, you can implement it. You have to take classes, maintain attendance register, get the signature of your own students whenever they attend the classes, conduct a test and have the mark sheets. And finally, when the course is about to be completed, you can conduct the final examinations and declare the results. Have a copy of the results, and then you can issue certificates under the seal of your own college, wherein the course coordinator and principal signs certificates, and you can have 5 copies as the evidence that actually you have a program which is successfully being implemented by the department. So this is the way to have an add-on program. Please understand that you need not have any approval from the university or any government agencies. Depending on the expertise that your faculty have got, you can think of starting more than one add-on programs or certificate programs. But what I would suggest is that you plan such programs which is for a minimum of say 3 months duration. If that is the case, you can have as many batches as possible within an academic year. It is very important for the reason that if you remember, there are two metrics. One is about the various add-on program that is being offered by you in the last 4 years. The second one is how many students are undergoing these various add-on programs. Suppose if you are designing an add-on programs which is more relevant to your own students, only your students will join the program. For example, suppose if the mathematics department is offering an add-on program, such as say mathematics for competitive examinations, it is useful to the entire college. So more number of students will enroll for this particular kind of add-on program like spoken English and maths for competitive examination. So every department should think of starting more than one add-on programs, and you can start design your own curriculum, your own faculty can teach them, and try to be generalized add-on program. For example, mushroom culture can be thought of botany department, and even non-botany students can join this program because it is applicable to everybody. So when you are thinking of add-on programs, please design a short-term program and see that more students are joining this particular program so that you get more weightages. So this is the data that you have to give. What are the various programs that is being offered by the various departments, and more importantly, how many students have enrolled and how many students have successfully completed, and you have to give the data for 5 years. And this is what actually you have to maintain. It has to be a minimum of 30 hours, otherwise it will not be considered. That's a basic requirement. Whenever you think of an add-on program, please understand that you should have a minimum of 30 contact classes between you and your students. That is the basic requirement. Other things are not very serious issues. The third one is the curriculum enrichment. So, as I told you, the curriculum has to be dynamic and updated, and it should see that there is holistic development of your own students, and it should meet the demands, local demands, national demands, and also international trends have to be met by the curriculum. And this is what is being looked into this particular key indicator called the curriculum enrichment. So here the 1.3.1 is a quality metrics, where your response has to be not more than 500 words, where you have to say how the curriculum is integrating cross-cutting issues relevant to professional ethics, gender, human values, environment, and sustainability in the curriculum. So here what you have to do now, you may be actually conducting various programs by way of meetings or field works or other things, and you have to give an overall view of what are the various programs that are being organized by the various clubs and various departments to meet these issues like professional ethics and so on. Apart from that, you have to also look into the various courses that your students are undergoing, wherein there is mentioning or there is some relevance to these various issues like professional ethics and so on. Highlight them and say that in our curriculum, the students are having a chance to come into issues like environmental sustainability in as many as 67 courses or 95 courses. There's 50 courses where the students have the exposure for human values. So you have to consider all the courses that is being offered by your college, and you have to highlight the various issues in different colors so that you roughly say, apart from the various programs that they are offering, right in the curriculum where there is scope for the students to come into issues like professional ethics and so on. And this is for a maximum of 10 weightages. And then next metrics about average percentage of courses that include experiential learning through the project work, field work, internship during the last 4 years. Here, the important point for this particular metric is it has to be part of the syllabus. That is the guideline that they say. The problem is this is the data that you have to give for the last 5 years, wherein the students are either going for field work or internship or project work. Now, the most important point is you have to also give the how many students are undergoing for this field work, project work, or internship. Now, the most important thing is it has to right in the syllabus. There has to be scope for field work. Usually, botany and zoology students write in the curriculum. They will say that there is a need for the students to go for the study tour. So similarly, it has to be in the curriculum. Project means right in the curriculum. There has to be say that the students have to do a project work. So it has to be part of the curriculum. If it is not part of the curriculum, it will not be considered. So field work, internship, and the project work have to be part of the curriculum. Only that courses will be considered. So you'll have to say how many courses are involving the field work, how many courses are involving the internship, how many courses are involved in the project work. That is one metric. Another metric, let's say how many students are involved in this. For example, suppose if a student is going for internship, then naturally you have to give evidence. The student would have received a letter, and the letter is the evidence, and then the student should go to the institution and undergo the internship. When he comes back, he will come with the certificate that has to be again kept as an evidence. Similarly, if suppose the students are going for other universities for project work, that has to be also properly documented. So documentation is very important. The most important thing that has to be considered in the RAF is that whatever may be your claim, you have to have documentary evidences to accept your claim. So it has to be part of your curriculum. That is very important. Otherwise, it will not be considered. And they also say that the training internship during the job role will not be considered. The student is as a student, when he goes as a part of the curriculum, an internship, that alone will be considered. And when a student is undergoing internship as a part of the job, it will not be considered. So minimum duration of at least 1 week for the field, for field visit, or it has to be part of the curriculum. Otherwise, it will not be considered. Finally, we come to the feedback system. See, now university is revising the curriculum from time to time, and whether the curriculum that the students are having, it makes sense, whether it meets the demands, whether students are really benefited, and what are their expectations, whether it is being fulfilled. So in order to understand whether the curriculum that the students are having, it makes sense, there is a need for having the feedback from the stakeholders. So this 1.4 key indicators about the feedback from the various stakeholders. So 1.4.1 is about whether the institution obtains the feedback on the syllabus and its transaction at the institution from the stakeholders. The primary stakeholder, the students. There are other stakeholders like teachers, employers, and alumni. So whether the college is having a feedback on curriculum, please understand that this feedback is only on curriculum, nothing else. Usually colleges have a feedback from the students on the quality of teachers, other thing. That is a different kind of feedback. Now, this curriculum to be undertaken by the college is only on the curriculum and nothing else. This is very important. You have to understand that this feedback has to be confined only to the curriculum that the students are having, and you have to get the feedback from the other stakeholders like teachers, employees, and alumni. So, depending upon the number of stakeholders that you are involving, you can go for either all of the above or other options that is available. And then NAAC is not giving any specific format for getting the feedback from the stakeholders. Every college has the right to frame its own questionnaire for the various stakeholders, but it has to make sense. You can have as many questions as possible for each kind of category, so that it is a comprehensive feedback that you are getting from the various stakeholders. Now I looked at the various colleges and universities, and I have found out that there are certain samples which are most meaningful and make sense. So this is one kind of students feedback system where there are about 10 questions on the curriculum that the students are having, whether it makes sense to them, whether they are in the right kind of proportion of theory and practicals, and the overall development of the students, so on. So now the students have the options like whether the particular question answer is excellent, very good, good, average, and poor. So this is actually a sample of questionnaire for the students' feedback on curriculum. And similarly, you can have the feedback from the teachers. Teachers have to also give the feedback, and there are again 10 questions that you have to give to your own faculty members, their feedback. And then similarly, there is the third kind of feedback that you get from the alumni. So far, they are really benefited by the curriculum they had in your college. Whether they want more courses or to be added, or there is need for revising a particular course, and the feedback from the third category is from the third alumni, your own alumni. And finally, there is a feedback from the employers. When your students are employed, and you can get the feedback from your employers also, whether what is their feedback, whether they're happy with your own students, whether they want some courses to be introduced, and so on. See, these 4 kinds of feedback is very important for a college, and all colleges should necessarily undertake this exercise of getting the feedback on curriculum from the various stakeholders. What I suggest is that the IKC has the central role to play in this feedback. It has got a main responsibility of undertaking this feedback, analyzing it, preparing the report, giving it to the principal, and then based on the recommendations of the findings, the principal has to actually send a recommendation to the affiliating university. Because as an affiliating college, you cannot revise the curriculum. You cannot actually directly take into action based on the input that you get from the various stakeholders. So now what you do know, the IQAC has to actually prepare the questionnaire, distribute the questionnaire to all the departments, and then collect the responses from the departments, consolidate them, prepare, analyze them, process them, and then prepare a meaningful report from department wise and as a college whole. Now all these recommendations, some of the more important recommendations from each category has to be prepared as a separate report or suggestions, and that has to be ultimately forwarded to the affiliating university registrar or control examination by your principal. A copy of this recommendation can be also given to your management also, so that they can also have an idea about the curriculum that the college is now offering, and they can also separately send a letter to the university also. But we cannot directly revise the syllabus based on the recommendation of the various stakeholders. Colleges have to necessarily undertake this process of getting the feedback from the students. And now what is more important is there are various options available for you. For example, feedback collected, analyzed, action taken, and feedback available on the website. So when you are getting the feedback and I just analyze it, prepare a report, and then action taken is not possible by you. You'll have to only recommend suggestions to the university authorities, to the principal. That is action taken by the college. And then all these things, copies of the questionnaires, copies of the responses for each category, then the considered report prepared by the IQAC, and ultimately the recommendations sent to the university by the principal. When all of them are available in your college website, you will get more out of the 10 weightages. Please understand that it's not just essential that you just get the feedback. You may not analyze it. You may analyze it, but you may not actually not prepare a report. And you may prepare a report, but it is not sent to the university. So what a college should do, no, you should actually go through the entire process and ultimately have everything in your college website. When everything is available in the college website for anybody to see it, you will definitely get more out of these 10 weightages. So now I am actually in the last slide of this presentation. What is more important in this particular criteria is this: what they say, that it has to be actually everything should be available in the college website so that you will get more out of it. And it is only for the curriculum and nothing else. The entire feedback is confined only to the curriculum that the students are having, and it's not considering any other thing like a teacher's quality or infrastructure that is available in the college. Now, what is more important is this criteria one is relatively not having many issues. But if a college wants to make any difference in this particular, because all the affiliated colleges will have the same syllabus, so if at all you want to make any difference or get more weightages from this particular criteria, you have to focus on two things. One is how many adult programs that you are offering, how many students are involved in it. That is where you can make the difference. And the second important thing is whether you are having a systematic feedback mechanism where you are involving all the stakeholders, systematically analyze it, process it, prepare a report, and then your principal is sending the report to the university, and ultimately everything is available in your college website. If it is so, then definitely you can make more out of this particular criteria. Thank you. I am extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused to the technical issues. Thank you, sir. I finished my presentation, sir. So, sir?
Yes. Thank you once again, sir.
Tool വല്ലതും കയ്യിലിരിപ്പുണ്ടോ ചെയ്തതിന്റെ ഡേറ്റ കളക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി യൂസ് ചെയ്തത്?
Yes.
ബാഗിലുണ്ടോ? ഒന്ന് എടുത്തോണ്ട്.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay. So we've come to the end of the section. Thank you, sir. It was indeed a very good section. The next section will begin at 10:45. So you will have a break till then. So to officially propose the vote of thanks.
Sir, Rahul sir.
Yes.
Interaction session. We should open.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. So if anyone has any doubts with regards to this curriculum aspects, the floor is open for you.
Sir, Shalvam sir.
Yes, madam.
I'm Lynette Joseph from Department of Physics of Bishamur College.
Tell me,
Sir,
madam.
I have one question, sir, regarding participation of teachers in examination related duties. My question is that, sir, autonomous colleges or some autonomous colleges are also affiliated to the same university. Then in that case, can we consider the question paper?
Actually, madam, that is the issue that I have highlighted even during my presentation. They say only if you are setting question paper for a university, it is to be considered. Affiliating, not even for other universities. It has to be for your own university. That's what it is. Actually, they have made a mistake in designing that particular metric,
But sir,
the guidelines.
these autonomous colleges also will be affiliated to that same university itself, sir. For example, in University of Kerala, we have affiliated colleges.
Yes, madam. But now they say they are not making any mention about autonomous college. They only talk about a university. But what I suggest is you can include the information that you are acting as a board of members of autonomous colleges. Let them consider or reject it. You can include.
Okay. We can include. Okay. Sir, also got another doubt is that some practical examinations, the question paper is set by the chairman itself, and we are faculty members or the chairman of that.
Then you can consider it. You can consider it. You can consider that you are setting question paper for that thing. That can be considered because it is within the, actually for PG. Usually universities should get questions from only from other universities. So we cannot set PG question paper for our own universities. But
theory papers only, but
question paper. But for practical exams, if you are setting question paper, that can be given as that you are involved in that. You are involved in that.
Also, sir, one more question, sir. That elective or CBCSS programs that include elective or CBCSS, but while we are including PhD programs,
PhD, there is no CBSS available, but do you have elective papers for a particular, for example, elective papers available, then you can include that also as a program where there is a electives are available. So wherever there is either CBCS or electives are involved, that program is
they have coursework and that papers are actually optional. Elective.
Okay, then that's fine. That can be also included.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a small doubt.
Yes, sir.
Your presentation was excellent and very informative. But with regard to organizing an add-on course in colleges, the most important problem we face is that fees. And here in our college, we offered a course, an add-on course on GST. But unfortunately, no students were willing to join the course because of this. So anyhow, while we organize a class, it requires fees. That's
a problem, sir. That's a problem. The thing is, when we are designing the add-on program, we should see that it is not involving more money to be paid by the students. That will be the thing. Actually, usually add-on programs, it is involving the faculty who is doing some extra work apart from the regular teaching work. So usually the students have to pay a fees, but it has to be a nominal fee only. It has to be a nominal fee so that most students are joining the program.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I am Dr. Alice Yanni from MES College, Marampalli. I have a query, sir, regarding the number of students enrolled in certificate or add-on programs.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can we include the number of students enrolled in certificate programs, online certificate programs, or NPTEL courses not offered by the college, sir?
NPPL.
NPTEL, yes, then Coursera platforms and all, they offer lots of certificate courses.
But whether they meet the minimum requirement of 30 contact classes and other things, madam?
That is there, sir. That is NPTEL courses and all they offer, sir.
Then you can also include it. You can include that also. See, these add-on programs can be designed by your own department and it can be conducted by internally, or you can involve collaborating agency also, and then you can contribute a little and they can contribute a little. That will be better. Usually that has to be that way. Suppose, in fact, NPPL platform can be considered also. You can include it. Because all that is required is, and any add-on program should have a minimum of 30 contact class. That is what they say. So online contact is there. No, that can be considered. As long as a student is having 30 online contact hours, then that can be considered also.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So we have a question from participants. George Preji Babu has a question. What is the minimum number of students required to start an add-on course?
There is no minimum. There is no minimum, sir. There is no minimum that is required. The idea is whenever you are offering an add-on programs, you should try to involve more number of students. So the program has to be attractive, sir. The program has to be attractive. The name of the program has to be catchy, so that you'll have to create interest among the students to join the program. That is what more important, because they may not know this. But I would say one thing, sir. All these add-on programs will be definitely useful to the students. All the add-on, without exception, all the add-on programs will be definitely useful to the students. Either to enhance the understanding capacity of the subject, it will enhance the employability of the students. It will actually maybe a turning point in their life also. For example, if the botany department is offering an add-on programs on mushroom culture, if the student is joining, he may be interested, he may be an entrepreneur. He may start his own unit and then he make a living out of it. So all the add-on programs are without doubt are useful to the students. But what is more important is you have to see that the students are attracted to your programs, so that more number of students are joining. There is no minimum. You can have an add-on program even for one student. But the next metric is out of 1,500 students in your college, how many students are having this add-on program? Suppose if we say only 10, then you lose weightages. Our objective is to have more weightages out of having more number of add-on programs, involving more number of students. That's why I told you, for example, maths for competitive examination is a very useful add-on program. Now, every student is appearing for either state level public service examinations or bank examinations or UPS examinations. In all these examinations, there is mathematics questions are there. So, maths for competitive examination is a very useful program for all the students. So, that kind of program will be attracting more number of students. So, you have to design the curriculum which will be attracting more number of students. That's why I also told you that department cannot think just about one program. You can think of, suppose there are two different staff members with the two different skills. You can have two different add-on programs. There is no restriction that the department should have only one add-on program. You may even have 10 add-on programs for your own students, for other students of the college also. So you have to have expertise and you have to attract the students so that more number of students are involved. The idea here is you should have more number of students for your add-on program so that you get more weightages. Because as I told you, the college can make a difference only in two different key indicators. One is in the add-on programs, how many add-on programs, how many students involved. And the second one where they can make a difference is whether the college is systematically carrying out the feedback system and doing everything that is expected of them, including pasting every findings on the college website, will get you more weightages. These are the two areas where colleges can make difference. Otherwise, almost all the colleges get the same thing because the courses, the involving, it takes everything is uniform for all the colleges. The programs are uniform for all the colleges. So you cannot make a difference between you and other colleges. If at all you want to make more, get more weightages, you have to focus on having more number of add-on programs involving more number of students and to carry out a very systematic analysis of the curriculum. That's what is more important.
So one more doubt. So
Yes.
can we join, allowed to join the outsiders also apart from the students?
No, sir. The question is very specific. How many of your students have joined? Outsiders may join, but it cannot be counted as a number.
And then can we organize seminar courses as add-on course?
No, sir. Because please understand that any add-on program should have a minimum of 30 contact classes between you and your students, sir.
Yes,
That is what is the basic requirement. The basic requirement for add-on program is your curriculum should have a minimum 30 contact hours between you and your students. That is the basic requirement. Otherwise, it is not eligible as an add-on program. Organizing seminar is a different thing, sir. It cannot be an add-on program.
Not seminar courses. Some universities organize seminar courses.
No. So it has to be about a specific thing, sir. Say add-on programs, certificate programs, or a particular theme. No,
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, any more doubts?
Sir, in metric 1.3.1, the question is how institution integrates cross-cutting issues. That metric, sir, is it what we have that time this connectivity was interrupted. That's why, sir, I'm asking once again.
Okay. The
Is
thing is,
it,
madam,
yeah.
for a college may organize various programs relevant to these things, madam.
Okay.
Various clubs are there, various departments are there. They may organize a seminar on gender equity, and they may conduct various programs on environmental issues and so on things. So you have to give a write-up about the various activities by the clubs and the departments related to this. That is one part, madam.
Okay.
The second part is right in the curriculum. Right in the curriculum, there are various courses where they may touch upon these issues. So you'll have to actually go through the entire course by course, where whether in a particular course, whether there is anything, any topic which is relevant to say human ethics or human values or environmental issues, then you'll have to actually take the instances, count the number actually. But it is not very difficult because some colleges in your own affiliating university would have done already. All you have to do is refer their SSR and find out that there are certain 87 courses which are touching upon environmental issues in the various programs being offered by you. The number may differ depending upon the number of programs that you are offering. But for a particular course, you may refer the other colleges which already undergone the process also.
Okay, we can add both courses as well as our programs what we have.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. There are two things: the activities by the departments and clubs, plus right in the curriculum where the students come across.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, any more doubts? Does anyone have any more doubts? Okay, if not, I invite Dr. Deepa from the Department of Chemistry to officially propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Dr. R. Sharma and all the participants attending the session. I am here to propose the vote of thanks. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Dr. Selvam for his insightful and informative session on the curricular aspects from the perspectives of NAAC reaccreditation framework. Sir, you explained in detail the relevant metrics and the documentation required for criterion 1. The accuracy of Bishop Moore College is express our gratitude for having spent your valuable time with us. I thank Mr. Rahul Jacob Kurula for chairing the session. I also thank all the participants from various institutions of the country for attending the seminar. Thank you. Dear participants, our next session will start at 10:45 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shalom, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Very nice presentation, sir.
Technical issues that we had during this session. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Feedback link is provided in the chat box. Please do remember to fill the feedback.